Yeah, so basically, essentially, how to make 2022 your year. That's what it is. We're talking setting goals, vision boards, habits, and traps to look out for.
Crazy. Yeah, because we've had to do that for ourselves, to be fair. So like, even as it stands already, 2022, we already know what we're doing. We already know how things are going to go. We know at what point we want to achieve certain things. Don't do that. That sounds so CNN.
Hey, welcome back to another SIS. Hey, feeling so blessed to be stressed. Hey,
This is Fox News, fam.
all right, yes, my peoples. Welcome back to another SYS video. It's your boy Bongs, and that's my guy over there.
Shizzy Shay.
Yes, sir. And first and foremost, happy 2022, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, man.
Hope you had a good one, a good Christmas.
Yes.
2022 now, time to get serious.
Yes. Just a quick one before we get started. I just wanted to say a few, is it house rules? Whatever it is, let me just do quick announcements, you know what I mean? So first and foremost, shout out to the people on the YouTube, shout out to our YouTube family, everybody on Speak Your Source. One thing I wanted to ask you guys to do is make sure you head over to the Instagram, follow us on the Instagram, because I'm posting videos daily, different content to this. I'm getting more interactive. You can guys DM us if anything relates to you. If there's anything that you want us to talk about specifically, that's the best way to reach us. So yeah, that's number one for the YouTube family. So yeah, you guys go check us out. And then this little clip here, this one's for you guys on the Instagram. So we've got so many people watching our videos on the Instagram. We've got like 3, 4, 5,000 people watching the Instagram videos, but then we're only getting 50 views on the YouTube. So for you guys on the Instagram, you know we have a YouTube, where we post content every other week. I'll probably say, every other week. Different topics. We go into depth. We break it up. We dissect it. We get deep with it. We get informative with it. So yeah, if you want to see that content, head over to Speak Your Source on YouTube, give us a subscribe, like the video, comment, and watch it. Let us know how you feel. And yeah, leave us a comment. What do you think? Anything you want to say to the people, my bro?
Yeah, just big things. Thank you for all the support so far. Like, we're climbing.
We're doing numbers.
We're climbing.
We're doing numbers.
I think at the time of recording this, we're currently on 71 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. Even the TikTok as well. Like, we see a lot of people come from the TikTok and they say that they're vibing with it, they're rocking. So all we ask is that everybody just likes the video and drops a comment.
That's the one.
That's it.
That's the one. Want to create a safe space. Want to want to create a community, want to create a family. So yeah, the more of you that do comment, take that leap, the more of other people are willing to do the same thing, and that's what we want to do. So yeah, me and Shay will probably start commenting a little bit more as well, just to get the ball rolling, and then you guys do the same thing. Yeah, cool. So without further ado, my boy, we're getting into the new topic.
That's the topic today.
Yeah, so basically, essentially, how to make 2022 your year. That's what it is. We're talking setting goals, vision boards, habits, and traps to look out for.
Crazy. Yeah, because we've had to do that for ourselves, to be fair. So like, even as it stands already, 2022, we already know what we're doing. We already know how things are going to go. We know at what point we want to achieve certain things. So first of all, the goal setting, we set our goals and then we work backwards. And then once we've got all of that, then we're like, okay, cool. This is what we need to do. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So that come January next year, we have this, and this.
Beautiful. So I wanted to just give a quick summary before we even get into the video. Quick summary of what people need to do. Have your 5 categories. So for myself, I've already got my 5 categories. Finance, health, relationships, personal development, and then obviously for a 6th one, spirituality and religion. Within those categories, set yourself one big goal that you want to achieve by the end of the year. Once you set your big goal, then you have your monthly, quarterly, or weekly reviews where you assess, okay, am I making progress or am I failing? After that, you make sure you have something that you can say, okay, this is how I'm going to measure that I'm making improvements or I'm going backwards. Once you have that, finally, you give yourself something to reward yourself when you achieve that every week, every month, every quarter, and also a punishment if you don't achieve it every week, every month, every quarter. And then that's it.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
crazy.
that's
You know,
it.
because I actually don't work like that. Like, I'm really bad at, I don't like writing specifics down because, like, I've just experienced speaking things out of existence. Like, you know, you can speak things into existence. For me, anytime I get too specific on stuff, I automatically pay too much attention to the wrong things. So
You say that, but then let's look at what we've got for SGS for
Yeah.
the year. Specifics.
it's specific to a point. Like, I do still leave things kind of open. Like, for example, we want to get brand deals at some point. I'm not going to get specific to the point of saying that I want to get brand deals from this company, this company, this company, or in this specific sector. Whereas some people might go, if brand deals are what you want, you need to specify what kind of brand deals, like, what are they doing for you? Who are they? All of this stuff. Like, I don't want to be whereas, for example, like, for me, myself personally, put it out there, I want to have a Nike brand deal, like, at some point, but that's because I want them specifically, and I know that.
But that's what we mean, though. So you've got that specific. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so,
but how I'm gonna get to that, I'm good. How I get to that, I will. Yes, I'll plan it out and, like, in summary, but I can't get, like, you know, like, for you, you've got literally from the, like, just every single week tracking and doing all of this stuff.
it doesn't it doesn't have to be every week. Just pick one. It can be whichever one works for you, whichever one can hold you accountable to say that, okay, if I don't monitor myself for a month, but I know that within that month I'm still going to get stuff done, do a month. If you know it's every 3 months, every 6 months, or once a year that I need to check in with myself to see am I on track or off track, do that. But you need to make sure you have that point. Just for me, because I can't trust myself at the moment, it has to be every week. Because, brother, if I don't do something after a week, it's off the bandwagon. It's behind. Good. You know what I mean? So that's what I say. So for you guys, just the basics. Obviously, then you can go a little bit deeper with the habits, with the vision boards, with the cutouts, with your weekly affirmations, daily affirmations.
Vision boards.
You can do all of them things, but you just basics. Pick your 6 main categories, 5, 4, 3 main categories. Think, what's the biggest thing I desire out of that category? And then think, okay, how am I going to track it? Give myself a reward to make sure I'm on track. Give myself a punishment to stop me going off track. And then go live your year. And, brother, I promise you, because for context, that's literally, so I would probably say 2021 was the first year that I done that for myself. Because obviously 2020, you know, I was still at uni. I was kind of, you know, enjoying life. 2021 was when I moved out of my mom's house. It's got my new job. That's when I first started Amazon, X, Y, and Z. So I said, look, let me lock in. Let me just set myself some goals. Let me see some targets, X, Y, and Z. Set myself the 3 things I wanted to achieve. And then I would review myself monthly. And then yesterday, I looked back at my year and I said, you know what?
Done job.
It was a very, very successful job. Like, obviously, other things outside of that category went left. I lost this, I lost that, X, Y, and Z.
But you focused on that category and you ticked off everything in that.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just focused on that. And I was able to maintain those things that were most important to me while still not worrying about the other things, you know what I mean? But the only downside to that was the fact of kind of midway through the year, X, Y, and Z, I kind of got distracted and I fell for the things that weren't important versus the things that were actually important.
You think that's where, but that balance comes into, why do you think you got distracted? Because you was probably not giving yourself a break.
I wouldn't say that. It's just kind of, I just kind of lost, like I got blurred a little bit. So for example, kind of after summer, I stopped doing my monthly check-ins, if that makes sense. Obviously, I kind of picked myself up after that kind of November conversation. So luckily, because I was so on track between January and August, that when I flopped, January and June, that when I flopped July and August.
Yeah, summertime, innit? Because you want to enjoy it. I'm saying balance, bro. Like, you can't be mad strict on yourself the whole way through the year. There needs to be bit of bite because naturally you will get distracted.
Yeah. So the thing that I missed, I think that I adjusted for this year was that I didn't have the rewards.
Yeah.
So between, once again, until June, I had everything that was serious. I was basically punishing myself throughout the year, even though that's what I wanted to achieve, was straight punishments. And then after that kind of October, November side, I then started to include some rewards for myself. And ever since then, me including myself those rewards is a lot more consistent for me to stay on track versus just being super frugal and super strict or super serious. And then one month I'm like, nah, I'm too tired. I can't be bothered. Then I go left. I end up spending more, doing more, being more off track compared to if I was just a little bit more lenient with myself.
Yeah. No, I get that.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what I feel like it's really important for everybody. So for the rest of the videos, I guess I want to talk about kind of like the most important traits for people to have to be able to kind of achieve those habits. But the first thing that I wanted to go into is kind of those categories. What do you think about those categories? So having finance, health, relationship, personal development, and spirituality as the...
I think it's what's important to you. Like, because not everybody's going to have spirituality or relationships, whatever.
Okay.
Like, I think everybody, health should be on there. Hands down.
Yeah, health. I think health is utmost
Number one. Yeah, number one. I think outside of health, I think everything else is dependent on what you care about, you want. Like, I think, like you said, yeah, pick those things. What is it that you really want to get locked down this year? And it will be easier to figure that out than what people might think, because every year it's the same thing, but you just don't do it.
What do you mean by that?
Like every year people will say, this year I want to start going to the gym, or I want to get healthy, or I want to increase my finances, or all this stuff. Like every year it's the same thing, but then they won't do it, or they might start the first few weeks. Cool. So it's like this year we're going to help you lot, this year, like actually get it done now. Like by talking through how we do it, basically, how we're doing it, how we're planning on doing it. Yes, it might be the same goals, but okay, cool. We're getting specific on it now. This is now, once we've got those categories, like you just said, cool. This is how we are going to go about achieving those categories. Yes. And naturally, this is what the podcast is here for. You see us hopefully almost every week. So you'll get to see, okay, this is where we're at right now. Where are you guys at?
Yes. Yeah. So we can kind of check in and check out with you guys and be in all of that kind of stuff. So I think, so once you kind of have your goals, what you want to achieve and all that stuff, now you need to program it, if you will. And how you program it is essentially through habits. Yeah. Right. I think I would say habits is kind of the foundation.
Yeah. Of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So would you be able to define habits? Obviously, I've got a little definition here, but from off the top of the dome, it's one line. And
a habit isn't it something that you do? What is the actual definition of a habit? Something that you do. What's it called? Unconsciously, unconsciously. Yeah, something that you do unconsciously. That doesn't sound like a word, but yeah, I probably haven't said it in a long time. Something that you do unconsciously, often.
Yeah, there you go. An act that you repeat, or an act or a behavior you repeat over time. There you go. Yeah. And then the reason why...
Mine might sound better.
Hey, listen, you have to be able to explain to a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Unconsciously. What is that?
You see what I mean? So essentially just the habits are things that you do without thought over time. Yeah. And the reason why this is important is, when you first start out, you're excited. Yeah. Let me wake up at 5 a.m. Let me wake up at 4 a.m. Okay, so what happens when that excitement runs out?
Yeah. And this is where the whole planning comes in. Like I understood the end of last year coming in because of this year. I understood how important planning is. Like that whole thing of making the plans long term and realistic.
Yes.
They're realistic because motivation will only take you so far.
Slow down.
Yeah. We'll get there. Yeah.
So excited. Look at him. He loves it. Okay, cool. So start off with the basics, with the habits, right? Essentially, habits, form your habits. Start creating your habits, right?
Hardest thing to do.
It's very, very difficult. And it's almost like the reason why you want to create your habits is you want to automate your life so you don't have to think about doing the thing you need to do. So, for example, that, let's say, for example, like myself, I need to go to the gym at 6 a.m. How am I going to make myself go to the gym at 6 a.m.?
Why? This first thing I asked, why do you need to go to the gym at 6 a.m.?
I need to...
So that's the biggest thing. That the whole sustaining habits, it comes into... Because I've had it bare times where people say that this is what they're going to do. Why are you doing it like that in the first place?
Cook me. All right, so let's start off. So basically, one of my most important habits is fitness. I need to go to the gym. Yeah. So I know myself, I know my body. I can't go to the gym in the evening. It has to be in the morning. Anytime before midday, I need to go to the gym. That's when I work perfectly. So I start to work at 8 a.m. Therefore, I need to go to the gym before 8 a.m.
Well, if you don't go to the gym before 8, you're not going to do it later because you got to get up early. So it's better for you to get up early and go gym first.
Cool. So I need to figure out, okay, so what time do I need to go to the gym so I can wake up, shower, get dressed, whatever, go to the gym, go to work, X, Y, Z.
What time do you need to go to bed to make that happen?
To make that, it starts the night before. Cool. What's my nighttime routine to be able to, cool. So I need to figure out plan. Okay, so if I need to go to the gym at 6 a.m., I need 7 hours sleep. Minus that, I need to be in bed by 11 o'clock or whatever. I need to make sure, okay, so if I'm in bed by 11 o'clock, I need to be in my room by 9:30 so that I can have my phone off so I can fall off and go to sleep. So what are the habits I need to do? Cool. So my most important thing is I need to get to sleep. So I need a bedtime habit of, okay, an hour before I go to sleep, I need to make sure my phone is not on me so I can fall asleep. Put that away. That's one habit. So it's understanding what systems do I need to put in place.
Understand yourself, yeah. For some people like me, I can just literally, I can be on my phone up until the second I need to go to sleep. I just put my phone down and I'll log out. Whereas like,
you see, this is why you need glasses, bro. Because what is that?
I needed glasses from way back, from way back. But
it's like 2001 and them
from 1992, man. But then see, he needs an hour before to like have no screen to fall asleep.
Exactly.
So it's understanding yourself.
Exactly. So there's no one way to have the right. There's no right habit. There's no wrong habit. There's just whatever works for you. So yeah, now you set up your habits. You've got your habits that put you in place. So you know that, okay, so for me to go to the gym, I go to sleep at this point. So now I'm going to the gym. Now I'm more consistent with it. I've got everything lined up. So I think that's the kind of most important base, you know what I mean? So you want to go in and make your goals. That's something you can do over and over again. And
can you just add there, like, just that alone, that's the beginning. Like, that's why I say how important planning is, because that's the breakdown of how to start.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a breakdown of how to see through the middle and make it to the end. That's the breakdown of how to start. And you can't start without having the answers to those questions. Why are you doing it? Like, how are you going to make it possible to do? And then you got to look at the sustainability.
And then you got to look at the sustainability. Like, you're not even thinking about, okay, so like a lot of people, they think, okay, I want to go to the gym. Oh, it's not even I want to go to the gym. I just want to have a nice body. Oh, to have a nice body, I need to go to the gym. So they think, okay, cool, let me go gym for 5 days a week, 15 days straight.
Like, doesn't.
They don't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. So I think just a little bonus round within your planning. So you've got your habits of how you can start. If you can throw in a little tip for myself that I've learned, if you can also try and predict reasons or situations that will stop you going off track, and if you can find ways to bring you on track when you go off track, that will help you greatly. So for example, let's say you know that on a Thursday it's going to be harder for you to go to the gym compared to a Monday, because on a Thursday it's later in the week, you're more tired, so you make it even easier for you.
If anything, give yourself a rest day on a Thursday.
Wow, you see what I mean? So so if you can add those kind of levels, that's a little pro tip for habit setting and everything there. Cool.
You can answer as many questions as possible, then
it makes your life so much easier. But that's the planning. So it's like, it's almost spend more time planning than doing. And even when you're doing, make sure you're readjusting and planning just to fine tune it, you know what I mean, every 3 weeks. That's why I say the monthly check-ins or the quarterly check-ins, whatever, to see, okay, this past month, how many times did I actually succeed what I wanted to do? This past 3 months, how many times did I actually succeed? Okay, so maybe I didn't succeed as much because I was expecting too much of myself. It was too intense, it was too difficult. Let me adjust so I can stay more consistent. Because at the end of the day, we're not trying to go to the gym for 1 month. We're trying to go to the gym for the entire year. So the more time, you know what I mean? So if you're going to the gym, cool, twice a week, every single week, cool, it's not 5 days a week. But if you go gym twice a week every single week for the year versus going gym 5 days a week for 3 months and then you quit,
it's totally different. Consistency.
So that brings me on to number 2. I think this is probably something I like greatly, but I think it's probably the most important one: discipline. Discipline. So my friend, once again, do you have the definition for discipline? I think with this one, there's so many definitions, right? There's so many little.
But discipline is the ability to do something whether you feel like doing it or not.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one. Let me try throwing a little 2 pence. So we all have our own personal ones. So take on board what you're saying and then just make your own definition. So for me, what makes me stay consistent, if you will, is saying sacrificing what I want now for what I want most. That's how I stay disciplined, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think with discipline, there's so many interpretations of it. You know, when you set yourself a goal and it's month 2. So, for example,
that's an example. What's the definition?
No. There's no one set definition. It's all interpretation.
Well, in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, listen. Somebody fact check me. See, this is where we can get some comments. No, not you. You're not allowed to.
I'm gonna look for myself though. Nah, carry on.
So let me set the scene of how discipline looks like. Look, let's say you want to start eating healthy. You don't want to spend so much time on takeaway and X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So it's month 2. You're tired. You're lazy. It's 9 p.m. You need to sleep in 2 hours. What do? How are you eating dinner? So there's 2 ways. The undisciplined person can think, hey, you know what? I'm feeling lazy. Let me order delivery. Let me get some food. And let me eat. Let me go to bed.
There's literally there is 12 or 9 definitions to discipline.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Or you can take the discipline route. The discipline route is literally saying, okay, what do I want now? I want takeaway. What do I want most? I want to save money. I want to eat healthy, and I want to cook my own food. So I am literally going to decide to cook this food because I want to sacrifice.
I think like the simple answer to discipline is your why. Like that's it. You need your why. Your
that's
reason
not
why.
No. Because in that, brother, I've been in those moments where I'm sitting in a bed, and for me to say what's my why,
no, but you shouldn't have to ask you should know it already, and then when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, you still need to do it. At the end of the day, that break between feeling and actually doing it, you can have all the answers, bro. You can have it written in bold in front of you.
Let's pause. This is where I've got you, because you're a superhuman. I'm like the masses, brother. I'm telling you, bro. When it's 5:30 a.m., in my head, I'm not thinking, what is my why?
Yeah, you ain't got time to be thinking.
I'm thinking, it's fucking cold. Yeah. I don't want to go to the gym.
So what makes you do it?
I just told you. For me, it's, what do I want now? I want to stay in bed. But what do I want most? I want a nice body. I want to work out.
And what is that?
Yeah, but that definition of what's my why is sharp. You always say, what's the why?
That is your why, though. Like, that's your reason why.
Yeah, but I won't be thinking, what's my why?
Yeah, you don't. No, however you think about it. Yeah,
see, I got him, guys.
No, however you think about it, you say, what do I want more? I want to have a nice body. So yeah, that's it. I don't think about what's my why. Like, more time though,
so that's what I'm saying. So don't say it how it sounds nice. Say it literally what you think about at that time, if that makes sense. So you said you don't think about what your why is. What do you think about in that exact moment? That's what's most beneficial for the people. Because we need to understand that the people what we're trying to get to do on this journey have never been, let's say for example, have never been disciplined, never been consistent, don't have habits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we're telling them to say, what's your why?
Some motivational video, fam.
You know what I mean? People don't want that. I would want somebody to tell me, hey yo, James, get the fuck out of that bed because you need to go to the gym, you lazy shit. That's it.
That's sharp, man. That's
it. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be so, and then it's like, once you're more comfortable with it, once you're more consistent, once you're more aligned with it, then I think you can be more philosophical. However, if you think from the jump you need to be philosophical, then cool. But I've had like a lot of people that I was talking to on Insta, literally before New Year's, when we were like having that back-to-back conversation, they were telling me, I want to start being, I want to start waking up, joining the 5 a.m. club, waking up early and all this stuff. And I felt like during our conversations and our back and forth, what really helped them was literally already anticipating the conversations they're going to have in their head in that moment and then finding ways to overcome it. So I feel like literally the whole thing about, finding a why, discipline, motivation, all that stuff, it's not as beneficial. I want you to tell me that when I wake up at 5 a.m., my mind is going to tell me go back to bed and tell me what I need.
Yeah, my thing personally. So what I do, because I'm really bad, like I'm very, very bad at doing things when I don't feel like doing them. Like if I don't feel like doing something, it's so hard for me, so I don't care what it is. So me knowing that, I put myself, when I'm trying to achieve stuff, I put myself in a position to set out as much as possible.
Yes, sir.
Like, that's where the planning comes into it. And then when I finally do meet that thing of I can't be asked to do it, then I think about what it is that I'm trying to achieve. Like what I'm trying to achieve, and I'm like, cool, now I have to do it, and then I just get it done. Like it's either that or I think about what I want to achieve, and I still don't do it. Like it's literally the two.
The greatest, man. The greatest. All right, cool. So let me give him one more. I think the last one, something that's come across, my pages, maybe in the last 3 months, accountability. Having some accountability. I think this is a big important habit to have. So yeah, for this final one, do you think you have this is a new one for me. Do you think you have the definition for accountability?
Accountability, without using the word. So being responsible for your own actions.
Exactly. So it's just very, very interesting, So let's say, for example, when you're at work, when you sell 5 apple pies but you only put 3 on the system, your manager's on your case. When you clock in,
you can't get mad at your manager. When you arrive to work late, you can't be mad at your manager being mad at you for being late.
You see what I mean? When they hold you accountable. Yeah. So this is the really important one. So this is why I added in the whole number 1, the check-ins, number 2, the rewards and punishments. So it's important to know that when you're having your monthly check-ins, it's important for you to say, okay, so in this last 1 month, how many times did I go to the gym? And it's really saying, yes, I went to the gym on this day or on this day, but I didn't go this day. And it's being honest with yourself, number 1, and then giving yourself those correct rewards and punishments, because that's the only way you can stay in that same cycle to make sure that you're keeping track correctly, you know what I mean?
Until it becomes a habit and you don't need to anymore.
Exactly. I think the accountability one is really important. And I think for some people, so I really struggled with this as well. So when I'd set myself goals of, let me go to the gym 5 days a week for like 3 months or 7 months or whatever, I really sucked at that. So instead I got myself an accountability partner. So I had Shay at university, and then obviously I've got Scott now, where if I want to go to the gym, I'll make sure that I tell one of these guys that I'm going to the gym. And then number 1, if they're coming with me.
I remember the amount of times you'd be like, nah. Well, there was times when I've actually left you at home.
Brother, hey, no, you didn't. Nah. There was only one. But
I remember.
But listen, let's just say context. Let's just say context. We were going to the gym at 10 p.m. after watching a football game. Are you not crazy? Why am I going to the gym at 10 p.m.?
Gotta do, man. Because I remember there was time I was there every single day, front and center. And I remember those times that you'd be, when it was Greenham days.
Yeah, it was Greenham days. I was a mess. Listen, I'm telling you, whoever met me Green had to see her, he was a mess.
Changed now, man. He's a big guy now, hosting podcasts and that.
But yeah, so that's one thing that I had and I still have now, is somebody to hold me accountable. So it's almost saying, cool, I know I'm not gonna go to the gym 4 days a week. I know that. So if I'm gonna tell my boy, listen, bro, I'm only gonna go 2 days a week. Can you make sure on these 2 days I either text you or you come with me? That way I know that if I don't go to the gym, I know Shay's going to be texting me, say, why don't you go to the gym?
Yeah, finding an accountability partner. My only problem with that is that now you're relying on another person. Like, I honestly, because I hear when people say that they can only go with a partner or they can only go if somebody's holding them accountable. Like, you're your own person. You can't rely on another person for you not getting stuff done, like for you to get stuff done.
That's true, but imagine if you, it's true, but that's what, I would say at the core level, yes, but then it's good to kind of give you the momentum to get you started, right? But then obviously, don't lean on them. So I guess that's something to be aware of, is yes, you can have a partner, but do it just know it's temporary. It's not something I
think you have to be very clear with yourself on that, because it's very easy to start that, and then at the end of the day, now your friend doesn't go gym today, so now you're not going gym today, and then a week goes by and then you're done. It's broken, because that means it's a artificial habit.
I agree with you.
It's not a proper one.
So I think that's why it's something that's really scary and cool in our soccer, is that, so me and Scott, so Scott is definitely a lot bigger than me, and I'm trying to catch up to Scott. If I surpass Scott, Scott's now gonna try and catch up to me, and if Scott surpasses me,
But you'll go on your own.
Exactly.
It won't be a thing of you're trying to surpass each other, go into the gym together every day. Okay. Like you go do your own gym sessions, Scott does his own gym sessions, but you'll see each other.
Okay.
And you'll communicate.
So
it's like you're not. That's different. That's better. You're not relying on each other. You're doing your own thing. You just got your competition.
Yeah. And I think what's really cool is because I already, brother, if I know in the back, because there's some days even now I don't want to go gym, but I'm thinking in the back of my head, this guy's going gym.
He's still going.
He's still going gym, so I need to go to the gym. So it's a beautiful cycle.
That's the competitive people. I think the less competitive people, the ones that are just, like, let's say they just really want to get a summer body this year, like just for themselves. Like for those kind of people, trying to build that habit to go to the gym, like to start, That's the hard.
That's the
You've
hard
got
one.
like, there's no competition or anything. If anything, you're looking at other people and it's putting you down.
Yeah, it makes it harder. But I think the most important thing is the longer the term you think of your goal, the easier it is and more consistent it is you can be, if that makes sense. So if you're just trying to, let's say, for example, go to the gym just for a wedding, even though, you might be fueled immediately, once that sensation and excitement, because, you're not going to get the results in a day. Yeah. You're not going to get the results in a week.
You need, I think when it comes to that stuff, when it comes to the gym stuff, it's got to be for health, man. Like, it can't be just to get the summer bod.
Yeah.
Or just for this occasion, all that stuff. Like, unless that is generally what you're on. But if you generally want to like have that body for the rest of your young life or whatever, like that's what you gotta take that. It's a daily thing now.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be a part of your lifestyle.
It
basically.
needs to become, yeah.
But that's just gym stuff. If we're talking habits on a whole
plan. We could go on forever, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Let's keep this series up, man. Obviously,
I think we probably do need to do another one on habits, like just on a whole, to break down exactly like how to start, how to get through.
Yeah, we're going to a little bit more depth into habits. I think let's break down habits, discipline, accountability.
So this is an intro to that.
Little intro.
When it comes next, depends on how many views and likes this gets.
Yeah.
And comments.
How to bet yourself for 2022. Yeah, a little series throughout all of January and maybe February as well, because there's something else I want to talk about. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for making it to the end. If you did, make sure you like the video. Drop us a comment as well, man. Let us know what you thought about it. Let us know what you're trying to achieve in 2022. Let's get the conversation going. So yeah, it's been my boy
Shay.
Yes, Zara, and I've been your boy Bongs. Socials down here. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.